came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
The ball carrier.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants 35. That one a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 14. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. It is a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 9, second and 5. From the shotgun, give to Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. First and goal from just inside the 5. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Jones. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Saquon Barkley.
So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Dion Lewis to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it? Big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The Buccaneer
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now a toss right to Barkley. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And some room to work. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 79 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The extra point.
And this one through the uprights and good.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
The ball carrier.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this game. But let's face it, right now.
And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack.
This has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Jones now on first down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Howard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And this is caught by Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
Bradley Pinion.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
47-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
26, Saquon.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
In on the tackle.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. They'll complete this thing with his tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
And no good. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is TJ Logan to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. To hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jones. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. throwing again. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punt, and the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, his 2nd sack of the night. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
O.J. Howard.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
The 3rd quarter with the score Giants 37, Buccaneers 27.
This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Buccaneers.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 37. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
That's good.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And here's Lewis. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award.
I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
They'll take over.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And a yard at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
1 yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
to Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Lewis. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now he'll tuck it and run. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
At the 12-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with time running out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to...
And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And here's Lewis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
44.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs,